Hello my dear friends, in this video we will compare two stills. Both of them are used to make essential oil, and here we have Alquitar, very old and traditional form of still to make different beverages and essential oil, and this is Ukrainian modern flavor still, which we do on our production, and they are different. And in this video I will explain what makes them really different and what is better and what is not that good. So the brown one is Alquitar, and I have used it for a long time to make hydrosols, and it did really good hydrosols. And it consists of three parts: the boiler, where you put water, and if you make hydrodistillations and you put herb inside as well. Then there is possibility to put sieve inside the boiler, and then you put the middle part, and then you put the herb if you want to make essential oil, and if you want to have steam distillation, and then you put on top the upper part, which is the cooler as well. And because we have our own production, I changed a little bit, and I had add this tube, and I have add this cooler to make cooling effect more efficient, because before I have used tap water and it consumes a lot of water, really a lot. And to preserve water, I did these changes. So I have added this tube, copper tube, and then this cooler. And if you use pump to use the same water as I'm using now, then you don't need these changes. But if you use tap water, then preferably you have to arrange it. So, as to my opinion, if you want to make hydrosols, this still is very good, and for cooling then you have to change these arranges unless you use pump. But if you want to make essential oil, then of course you have to think of having bigger chamber for to put herbs. Because unless you stop the distillation process totally and wait until it cools down, it's really not comfortable to remove this upper part, and then you have to remove the middle part to change the herb, and without stopping it will be almost impossible. And if we take our Ukrainian flavor still, as I showed in few videos, during the distillation process itself, I can remove this clamp and then take this upper part aside and change the herb and put it back, and it takes something like 5 minutes to do refilling, and then you continue the distillation process. So in my opinion, Ukrainian still, this one, is very much better if you want to make essential oil, and it is the same, as good as Alquitar to make hydrosols. And as I said in previous video, to make essential oil often you have to do refilling of the steam chamber, and I find this is very much possible when you use Ukrainian flavor still, and it is almost impossible when you use Alquitar. And another thing which I have forgotten to tell is that because these connections are not that tight, then you have to put some tape to make it more tight, but still some vapor is released through this connection, and you get less water inside, and of course less essential oil. So I find Ukrainian flavor still very much practical in terms of essential oil extraction and in terms of hydrosol extraction, because you don't lose any steam. And of course, if you want to make process more faster, then you can use extension and put much more herb for one batch during your distillation. If you have any questions, we will be really happy to answer all of them. Thank you very much.